Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Naufal bin Fajar Ismin with the matric number of 1919009. I will today conduct a experiment we call pot import refrigerator for my automotive laboratory experiment. Below this we have the equipment and specimens we use for the experiment. First we have the sand, and we have a pot with a radius of 13.5 and a bigger pot with the radius of 16.5, 16, okay, and we have a towel or cloth that we use, and temperature indicator or thermometer. And then we have a bucket of water which about 3 liter, and we have a sellotape to cover up all the holes on the pot. Alright, that's all we use. First of all, we need to check whether our two pots have a hole or not. In this case, the pots have hole in below the pot below have a hole. Okay, so we can see that there is a hole below the pot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover up all the holes with a sellotape. Alright. Alright, now we have covered all the holes on the pot. Now the pot is ready to use. For the second step, we need to put some of sand in the bigger pot, so that the smaller pot will be even with the big pot. Okay. Okay, as now we can see, the smaller pot is now level with the bigger pot, and now we can proceed to the next. Next step, we will fill all the sands on the gap here, so that all the gaps are covered up full with sand. Okay, as we can see, all the sands are filled onto the gap, fully full the gap we have just now. And now we can proceed to the next step, which we pour water all on the sand. Thank you. And now we will put some water onto the sand, so that the water will fill the sand. Alright. Okay, now the sand is full with water that we just now put, and now we take this tin of Milo and put it in the small pot for test. And we first check the temperature before the refrigeration happen. So now the temperature is 32.4. Okay, and then we after the specimen we put in this little pot, we take a damp towel, and we cover up the pot with the towel. And now we wait for about an hour to see the magic happens. Okay, as we wait for the refrigeration happens, we explain about the mechanism of this pot import refrigerator. Okay, if we will need to understand about this system, we need first to understand about the water evaporation. This concept is water evaporation, where water that we put along the sand will evaporate and take all the heat in the smaller pot out of the smaller pot, thus reduce the temperature in the smaller pot. If we keep on pouring water on the sand, the temperature will keep on reducing until it reaches equilibrium. Now we want to understand why we use the sand to fill up the gap. The sand is used to its role is to act as a capillary, which the water can flow through all the surface of the smaller pot and will make the heat in the smaller pot equally flow, so that the temperature in the smaller pot will reduce equally. That's all. Okay. Alhamdulillah, for about 2 hours we let the pot import system here, and now you can see that okay, the water inside here is quite cool than before, and the temperature indicator here states that it is 28.5 degrees Celsius, which before 2 hours, the temperature is 31.8. Okay, so alhamdulillah, I can say that this experiment is a success, and my objectives are achieved, which is heat can be transferred from one place to another, and water evaporation can reduce heat at certain place. And I can say that the pot import refrigerator is one alternative for refrigeration system. Alright, thank you.